In a time when the world feels louder, faster, and more uncertain, a quiet question is echoing through living rooms, kitchen tables, and early morning walks. Is there still a place for me? Not just a place to live, but a place to exhale. Where safety isn't a privilege. Where respect isn't earned, it's given. Where you don't have to shrink just to fit in. Because after a lifetime of working hard, raising children, surviving systems, and carrying weight no one else saw, you've earned more than just retirement. You've earned peace. But in today's America, where cities are gentrifying, neighborhoods are changing, and the cost of living is climbing, that peace can feel harder to find. So the real question becomes, where can a Black retiree go and truly feel at home? Where can you rest without worry? Where can you walk down the street and be greeted, not questioned? Where do history and harmony meet? Because let's be honest, not every town welcomes you, not every city understands your story, and not every retirement plan includes your well-being. That's why this list isn't just a video, it's a compass. Today, we're revealing 10 towns across the US where Black retirees aren't just surviving, they're thriving. Places where your roots can grow deeper, where your culture is visible, not invisible, where your presence feels natural, not political. These towns may not make every flashy retirement list, but they hold something far more valuable: dignity, belonging, and the chance to finally live life on your own terms. So before you plan your next chapter, ask yourself, what does retirement really look like for you? Is it quiet mornings on a shaded porch? Is it joining a local church choir again? Or maybe it's just walking into a store, and not being followed? You deserve more than just affordability. You deserve authenticity. So sit back, take a breath, and let's explore the towns where Black retirees are writing their best chapters yet. Because one of these places might just be the home you've been waiting for. Let's begin. Number 10, Durham, North Carolina. Durham isn't just a college town, it's a city that remembers. A place where the echoes of Black excellence still hum through the streets. Not as nostalgia, but as living truth. Once home to its own Black Wall Street, Durham was a rare space where Black ambition wasn't just allowed. It was celebrated. Banks, law offices, barbershops, built by Black hands for Black futures. That history hasn't faded. It's part of Durham's heartbeat. Today, Black retirees find more than just affordable housing here. They find streets where neighbors wave, cafes where your name is remembered, parks where peace feels possible. You can live close to downtown and still feel a world away from noise and rush. Healthcare? Duke University Hospital sits right in town, ranked among the best in the country. But peace of mind in Durham goes beyond checkups. It's in the safety, the ease, the sense that you matter. This isn't a place trying to be trendy, it's soulful. Walk through the weekly market and you'll see it. Elders exchanging stories over sweet tea, artists sketching under shade trees, gospel spilling out of church doors on Sunday afternoons. And the best part? You won't feel like a guest here. Durham doesn't just accept you, it honors you. Because in this city built by Black hands, you're not just retired, you're returning. Number 9, Montgomery, Alabama. This one might surprise you. Montgomery! The same city where Rosa Parks took her seat and where Martin Luther King Jr. raised his voice, is now quietly becoming a haven for Black retirees. History doesn't just live here, it breathes. But Montgomery isn't frozen in the past, it's reclaiming its future, on its own terms. Today, it's a place where the cost of living is manageable, the pace is slow, and the air carries a certain dignity. Black retirees here don't just find a house, they find peace. Neighbors still wave, kids still say yes ma'am. And time somehow feels less like something to race and more like something to enjoy. You'll find Black-owned cafes on quiet corners, elders sitting under shaded porches, and festivals that celebrate legacy, not just entertainment. There's an unspoken warmth in Montgomery, the kind that says, we see you, you belong here. It's not flashy, it doesn't try to compete with big city lights. But there's power in retiring somewhere that remembers what you've lived through and honors it. Montgomery doesn't erase history, it holds it close and still makes space for rest, joy, and new beginnings. If your soul's been tired, this might be the place where it finally exhales. Number 8. Richmond, Virginia. Richmond carries a weight few cities do, a place where history stands tall and change keeps rising alongside it. This isn't just the capital of Virginia, it's the capital of reinvention. Black communities here aren't just part of the story, they're leading it. They're opening shops, hosting festivals, restoring neighborhoods with pride. Every block feels like a chapter, and the pages are still turning. For retirees, Richmond is that rare balance. Peaceful suburbs just minutes from soul-filled streets, top hospitals, gentle seasons, and a cost of living that still respects your savings. But what sets Richmond apart? Connection. Churches that welcome you by name. Senior circles that laugh louder than they age. And weekend events where soul food and second chances meet. Richmond isn't polished, but it's real. And sometimes, that's exactly what home feels like. Number 7, Tallahassee, Florida. If Florida had a heartbeat, Miami would be the noise. But Tallahassee? That's the soul. Here, life doesn't move fast, it moves meaningfully. Black retirees are quietly building lives filled with warmth, not just weather. This city carries legacy in its bones. Florida A&M isn't just a university. It's a living symbol of Black excellence. You feel it in the pride of its people, in the respect that lingers in the air. Homes are still within reach, taxes stay friendly, and the rhythm of daily life, gentle, familiar, kind. You'll hear gospel on Sunday mornings and laughter on front porches. Neighbors wave, pastors remember your name, and peace isn't something you chase, it's something you finally catch. Tallahassee doesn't demand attention, it earns trust. And for those ready to rest without retreating, it just might be the homecoming they've been waiting for. Number 6, Louisville, Kentucky. You might know it for the Kentucky Derby. But Louisville holds a quieter treasure. A warm, welcoming place for Black retirees ready to slow down without stepping back. It's not flashy, it's not loud, and that's exactly why it works. This mid-sized southern city moves at a gentler pace, where folks still say hello on the street and neighbors remember your story. There's a hum here of Black-owned cafes, Sunday jazz brunches, and weekend cookouts that stretch into laughter-filled evenings. You'll find spaces where your history is honored, from civil rights landmarks to cultural festivals that feel like homecomings. Senior centers are alive with conversation. Churches are strong, and local leaders are listening. Most of all, it's affordable. You don't need a fortune to buy a home, plant a garden, and live with ease. Louisville won't ask you to reinvent yourself. Just bring your memories, your wisdom, and your desire to rest, reconnect, and be real. Because here, you're not just retired, you're respected. Number 5, Augusta, Georgia. Augusta is more than its famous golf greens. It's a quiet southern haven, where Black retirees return not just to rest, but to remember. Nestled along the gentle curve of the Savannah River, this city doesn't chase the spotlight. It honors its roots. You'll find tree-lined streets where neighbors still know each other's names, parks where grandkids can laugh, and porches where evenings stretch on like a slow song. Black history isn't a chapter here, it's the whole story. From legacy churches to locally owned businesses, the culture is lived, not just remembered. And community? It shows up in support groups, in potlucks, in choirs that lift more than just voices. The weather's kind, the pace is gentle, and the cost of living lets you breathe, without counting every breath. Augusta won't overwhelm you, it'll embrace you, softly, steadily, like home should. Because here, peace isn't just a dream, it's every day. And you don't have to chase it, you just have to arrive. Number 4, Fayetteville, North Carolina. Fayetteville doesn't shout, it simply welcomes. This North Carolina town may fly under the radar, but for Black retirees, it offers something rare: quiet respect. Rooted in military history, Fayetteville carries a natural sense of order, discipline, and unity. People show up for each other here, because many already have, in service and in spirit. It's a place where veterans find rest, teachers find recognition, and caregivers finally get care. You won't have to explain your story. Folks here already understand it. Neighborhoods feel lived in, not just developed. You'll find affordable homes, strong healthcare options, and restaurants where the cornbread is as warm as the welcome. And the soul food? Let's just say every plate comes with a side of belonging. There's no performance here. No need to blend in or stand out. You're simply seen for all that you are. Fayetteville may not be flashy, but for those ready to retire with dignity, ease, and a deep sense of place, it's exactly right. Hunt number 3. Houston, Texas. Suburban areas. Houston may steal headlines, but it's the suburbs that steal hearts. Places like Missouri City and Pearland aren't just neighborhoods. They're vibrant, deeply rooted communities where Black retirees aren't just welcomed, they're expected. Here, diversity isn't a buzzword. It's the rhythm of everyday life. From grocery stores to barbershops, churches to community halls, you'll see faces that feel familiar. Healthcare, top tier, churches, warm and thriving, and the community centers, full of life, where retirees don't fade into the background but lead potlucks, book clubs, and walking groups. And let's not forget the money. Texas has no state income tax, which means more of your check stays in your pocket month after month. You get all the perks of big city proximity, without the noise, the rush, or the cold indifference. Number 2. Stonecrest, Georgia. Stonecrest isn't just another suburb of Atlanta. It's a statement. Built by vision, led with purpose, and shaped by the Black community, Stonecrest is one of America's few majority Black cities, and proudly so. Here, you're not a guest in someone else's story. You're part of the narrative. Black leadership isn't symbolic, it's structural. From city council to grassroots programs, your voice doesn't get lost, it gets amplified. For Black retirees, that matters. Streets feel safer, neighbors feel familiar, and every corner, from grocery stores to parks, reflects culture, pride, and intention. You'll find support networks that understand your journey, events that celebrate your roots, and communities that care whether you're thriving, not just surviving. In Stonecrest, retirement isn't about slowing down, it's about finally living. In a place that sees you, hears you, and respects the life you've lived. This city was built for moments like that, and people like you. Number 1. Bowie, Maryland. Bowie isn't just a suburb, it's a statement. Tucked just outside Washington, D.C., Bowie has quietly become a beacon for Black excellence, wealth, and community. It's not just that the homes are beautiful or the lawns are manicured. It's that the people here reflect something rare: stability, success, and pride rooted in shared history. You'll find neighbors who nod with recognition, not curiosity. You'll hear jazz from open windows and see grandkids playing in safe, tree-lined streets. And at every corner, from civic centers to churches, you'll feel it: a deep sense of belonging. Bowie offers more than comfort, it offers confidence. The schools are strong, the healthcare is reliable, and the neighborhoods? Full of faces that feel like home. Here, you don't have to explain who you are, you just get to be. If you're looking for a place where your legacy is understood, where your retirement feels like a reward, not a retreat, Bowie is more than a good choice. It's the crown jewel. Retirement isn't about slowing down. It's about stepping into a life that finally fits. A life where peace isn't just a pause, it's your rhythm. Where you're not overlooked, but seen. Not just living, but belonging. These 10 towns weren't picked to impress. They were chosen because they hold space for your story, your rest, and your joy. Places where neighbors still wave, where your roots are honored, where your laughter matters. So now it's your move. Where will you go to breathe deeper, laugh louder, and live freer? Tell us in the comments your dream town, your plan, or just what peace looks like to you. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to Virtual Travel, because this journey isn't about escape, it's about arriving to a life that feels like home, to a retirement that finally feels like you.